Greetings, greetings. Hi, Ike, how you doing? I see you, Jasmine. I'm so glad you made it in with us. Joski is leaning in as well. Oh, I see them dimples. I caught at least one. Ha ha. We all right. We on the roll now, buddy. Hey, Lizzie. How are you? Welcome, Beanie Goddess. Yes, yes. Greetings, greetings. Mr. Tezazomo with that beautiful book in the background. Welcome, welcome. I see some Gusto has made it in the room with us. Hey, Gustav, Eric Johnson, you're a new face. I don't think we've ever seen you before. Welcome, welcome. We will make sure to greet you with love, so please anticipate that. Michael Sindler in the house. Okay. Which house? LighthouseWriters.org. That which house. Okay, y'all gonna hear more about that later. Greetings and welcome, Zonkonto. We got our resident horn. I'm not even gonna try because you know you do it the best. I don't do it that great. And Kobe is in the house with us. Good to see you. I'm digging the what is that? Is that Arizona behind you? I got the very natural background going on. We're gonna go for a hike through your mind later. We should look forward to that. Okay. So if you don't know where you've landed yourself, this is the Thursday night online open mic presented to you by the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Woo, 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 woo. Right? And so the way that we start off each of our evenings every Thursday night is I'm usually just greeting you, giving our folks a chance to come on in. Greetings, Marianne. Glad to see you with us. I love the shirt. Come on, get into the teal. It looks good. Okay. And I just hype y'all up so you know that you are welcome here. Also, please feel free to greet each other in the chat. This is that kind of situation. When we say greet each other, we mean that. And when we say we're about to yell and embarrass you, we mean that, okay? So please take your shoes off, leave your socks on if you ain't putting no lotion or powder or nothing on, because we don't really want to smell nothing through the Zoom. But you know, just get comfortable is what we're saying. Oh, I see Kara has her guitar, so I'm very excited. It's going down. Southern Arizona. Thank you. Thank you. I wasn't sure. Good evening to you as well. Mary Ann, Vex, Lexus joining us. We got some people coming in. So we're going to give it one more minute while the folks come in, and then we're going to open it up. And I'm going to share a screen with you guys. As you know, we're always growing and sharpening our crafts and trying to present ourselves more officially for you. Myself included, right? We're all here to sharpen each other. I see the fireman has made it in. Right? So please, just a heads up to y'all folks, you know, we talk about a lot of stuff in here. So if you got your babies with you, you know, anybody with the sensitive ear lobes, I'll let y'all know before the fireman comes up. But you know, just a heads up. We goes there. We get a little spicy from now on then, you know, because that's what grown folk do. Okay. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and get into our new stuff, huh? Let's just take a look. I'm gonna share screen with you folks, if you don't mind. Okay, and we are going to get into it. Can you see it? Give me a thumbs up if you can see the screen, okay? Beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna move myself over so we can get it going and see what it do, right? When we get fancy, okay? So we get fancy a little bit, okay? So like I said, this is the Thursday night online open mic presented to you by the New Eurekan Poets Cafe, and I am your host for the evening, and my name is Ray Jane, and you can find me at ITSRAYJANE. Okay, so if you like our vibe for the evening, if you see a couple of our friends and family joining us and you hear about them and you want to know, well, who's running this place? Who's doing these online things, right? So the New Eurekan Poets Cafe is a great place to start to know about all the different things we do day in and day out, whether that's virtually or in person. Myself, it's Ray Jane. On Monday night, we do this again, but it's called The Circus on Monday night. And that is at 8 p.m. Eastern and hosted by Elemental. And that's Elemental with the two, because you know he too fly, okay? And then Paul Conqueso is also another host of ours. And Ron will tell you more about all the fun that he brings us on the second Saturday of every month a little bit later. And speaking of Ron, when you hear I say, are you down with RMT? Yeah, you know everybody, we're talking about Ron. So Ron is in the background making sure that we are safe in this space, that our technical issues don't overwhelm us, and that we're good to go. Okay, so that's the squad. So if you want to follow us, get down. So in the meantime, where have you found yourself already? Boom, boom, boom on Thursday nights. So this is how we get down. So we have 3 minutes each slot for poetry, music, and comedy. And 3 minutes is a strong suggestion so that we can get to as many people as possible. However, if you know your piece is over 3 minutes, just hit me with a little message. And if we have time, we try to make time because we like to hear those long ones, you know, the ones that get down in your soul up under your sternum, right? Sometimes it takes a little bit more than 3 minutes to do that. So we understand. Just let us know. Okay, so there are 20 people on the guaranteed list. And for those folks who did not get a chance to sign up, which I'll show you in just a minute how you can do that, we also have something called the good luck round. So if you do not see yourself on the list in a few slides and also in the chat in just a second, then please hit me with a Zoom DM. As you can see, we got a little mystery happening down here. Okay, so I want you to know, just hit me with a message and let me know that you'd like to be on the good luck round. We usually save a few spaces so that we can get to everybody. And for those folks who said the good luck round is nice, but I want to know how to get on that guaranteed list. So just like on Monday night, sign up is 24 hours ahead of time. So since we're spitting together on Thursdays, we sign up on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. How do you do that? You go to the full events calendar on theneweurekan.org. You choose the Thursday 9 p.m. slot for the Thursday of choice. And then this is the really important part. You pick artist RSVP ticket. As we say, as a colloquialism for those of you from the hood, that is the plug right there, okay? So if you want to get in on all this fun, please do come to theneweurekan.org 24 hours ahead of time, full events calendar, Thursday 9 p.m. slot, and artist RSVP ticket. And we are now upgrading our whole shebang. So for those of you who are on the list this evening, you will have noticed that you should have gotten an email confirming that you are on the list, right? So now it's no longer a mystery. You know where you're at, where you stand. If you know you're going to take a little extra time, get home, you don't have to freak out. And even if you did see yourself earlier on in the list and know you got something going on, just let us know, send us a message and we'll move you around, right? Because we want to make sure we get to you. There is only one rule up in here, and that is don't get cute and get the boot, right? So I put a few Tims on there, because we from New York, so that's how we get down. And if you didn't know, the boot, as we mentioned, is RMT, Ron Mark Thompson, who is looking out for us in the back if there's any hate speech going on, if you are offended, if you see something, please let us know. Just send myself or him a message, and as the folks who were here last week can attest, we get it done quick. Okay, so we don't know you and we happen to have thrown you out and you are not a bomber, please forgive us and just come on back in the room. Okay, it's just us trying to keep everybody safe, and we can only do that if we can do it together. Okay, all right, so quick shout out to our sponsors, right? The only reason why we have this safe free space is because somebody decided to give us a little money to support our artistic endeavors. So please, thank you to the National Endowment for the Arts, the New York State Council on the Arts, the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, and the New York Community Trust. We appreciate you. And if you would like to add yourself to that list with a tax-deductible donation, and it is tax time, folks, okay? It's coming to an end. Get yourself together, all right? You can come to theneweurekan.org/contribute or Cash App $New Poets Cafe, okay? So there are plenty of ways to give. Even when you get your tickets, if you'd like to donate, you can also do so at that time. Boom. So this is what y'all really want to know. I know, oh, that's nice, Ray Jane, that sounds great. Drum roll, this is the list. So this is who made it to our guaranteed list for the evening. Don't worry, I'm going to go to the next slide, but I'm going to drop the same list in the chat for you. If you do not see yourself on this list already, let me know. Hit me in the private DMs on the Zooms and let me know if you would like to get into our good luck round. If you're joining us in YouTube or Facebook land and you want to jump up on the Zoom and get up on that good luck round stuff, come on. You are welcome to join us at any time and just hit me up when you get here. So I think we had enough fun in the Canva land. And if you didn't know, Thursdays is for therapy, Thursdays is for love. So let's get on into it. I'm going to stop share. Okay. And then I am going to drop the chatteroo and the boxeroo for you. Just let me go ahead and grab it. Okay, and then we will get started. And as you may have already peeped, the first person that is going to be starting us off is none other than our love, who's usually either bringing us every word in the dictionary, child, or some beautiful singing. Either one we'll take. And that is Mr. Tezazomog. So let me find you and unmute you and welcome back.
Hi, Ray J. How are you? Can you hear me? Yes? Okay. All right. My other guitar is in the shop getting some self-care. So I had to bring out Mr. John Lee Hooker out and see what we can do. Folks can catch me on Instagram under Gaseous2019. And we're gonna try something totally different. So it's either gonna work or it's gonna. I'm very nervous, and I was like Mike Tyson, who says, "Everybody got a plan till you get punched." So this is my punch here. On the turning away from the pale and untrodden, and the words that they say, which we won't understand. Don't accept what's happening. It's just a case of other suffering, or you'll find that you're joining in the turning away. It's a sin that's light is changing to shadow and casting a shroud. Oh, we have known, unaware of their ranks have grown, driven on by a heart of stone. We could find that we're falling in the dream of the on the wings of the night, as the daytime is stirring, a sunlight. Using words we find are strange and mesmerized as the light of flame. Feel the wind of change on the wings of no more turning from the weak and the weary. No more turning from the coldness inside. Just the world we all must share. It's not enough just to stand and stare. It's only a dream. No more turning away. I was totally scared.
The experiment was successful. I'm so glad you took a chance. Thank you for taking a chance with us. Please unmute yourselves and give them some love.
Yeah, I missed that song. I always love to wail on that.
Great song. There's an echo.
It's like an invocation.
Yeah, I think we're all echoing through Tez. So that just means you get love twice. That's all. Okay, here we go. I think we balance back out. Please make sure you put your information in the chat. Thank you for starting us off with some guitar, with some good energy, with some little bit of rock energy in there, right? And you said, I was like, okay, we could do that. Please feel free to bring us back our guitar, whether it's this one or the one that's finished getting its self-care. Both are welcome here, okay? We appreciate you. All right, let's jump back into the list. For those of the folks who let me know in the Zoom DMs that they would like to be on the good luck round, I got you. If anybody does not show up, then I will move you in a little bit earlier. We will make sure we have space and time for you. Thank you for being here. As I always say, you didn't have to, so we appreciate the choice. Okay, so the next person up making the choice to bring us some love and get down deep into our soul, or maybe just, read whatever they wrote today. That's fine. Okay, it's Michael Sindler, and please get into the hair. I mean, just take a moment and get into it. Yeah, I had to do it. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Please unmute yourself. Welcome back.
Okay. Yeah, that was a nice way to start. Such good energy. Speaking of good energy, I'll get it out of the way. LighthouseRiders.org, wonderful organization that has all kinds of stuff, new classes just opening up right now, as a matter of fact, classes and workshops and events, all kinds of things going on. Highly recommend. I'm going to do a couple short things, didn't write them today, but they're new. And then I want to read something by somebody else. And this first one is very short. It's called Burned Red. You chose to not. What burned red was blue. X marks the spot. What ran clear was foul and clogged. What signaled the end disappeared in fog. And the next one was called Beauty Hides. To take away the scar would leave another, less noticeable perhaps, but skin would itch in anguish, missing its past imperfection. Jagged patterns softened as surrounding skin sags, miniature mountain range mapped by dragging fingertip. Why pull down the marker? Why expunge this monument to sorrow's civilization? Why erase the history of the heart? No dull surgical edge could substitute, no layered line of flattened pink could leave less hurt. Let what is be, let memory live on. Beauty hides within the scar. And last, this is my last shot here. Well, I guess, yeah, this is my last shot here in February to do something for Black History Month. And I wanted to read one by a fantastic contemporary poet, Kwame Dawes. And it's called On Hearing News of Another Shot Black Man. I am in the lemon green room. This room, as if the color has exploded, the softening comfort of green, covering the worn books, the discarded folders. Let me say that this is a green of the shade of light filtering through leaves. Imagine a bowl of green olives or grapes in their variety of shades. This is the green I speak of. And I must be clear about this, for green is as fickle as the bodies we live in. This green has exploded over the room and settled gently over the reams of paper, the boxes and the multi-voice shades of my island. And I sit here dappled as if the trees above are the filter over me, and the lime tree, stunted by the entanglement of its roots in the pot, smiles sheepishly in the corner. I'm here thinking of the sensuality of the dye that covers us and turns us into creatures longing for shadows or startling light, because I am feeling the news, the chattering noise of a body broken by bullets, by the illogic of why, by the heavy sorrows. Forgive me for asking you to take me into your verdant back room. Forgive me if I sit quietly in the corner, rocking, maybe, but hoping for earth to hold my vegetable self steady. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for all three of those. And thank you for taking a moment to acknowledge we're coming to the end of Black History Month, but there's still so much to be said. Please unmute yourselves and give Miss Michael Sendler some love for that.
Yeah, Michael.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Always, man.
Beautiful,
love-
Michael.
Thank you,
love
Michael.
the way
Thank
you-
you.
Work.
Appreciate
Great
that.
work.
It's beautiful.
Never disappointing. Not ever. Please do find out what kind of magic they're serving up at lighthousewriters.org. As we say, we are not selfish here. We want you everywhere. So if folks tell you there's a safe space that they're writing and they're getting, encouragement and, really inspired by other people, please go, right? Come back for sure, but go for sure. Okay, check it out. Any way that it can be edifying to you is great for us. Cool. All right. Next person up. Oh, it's Rich Glennon. I know you don't have the baby today. That's okay. I heard you have a cat somewhere around. We will take that. Okay. But next time, it's baby or nothing. Okay. All right. Nah, that's okay. It could just be you, Rich. I'm glad to see you. Welcome. Please unmute yourself and welcome back.
Hi, thank you. Yeah, just me and Gizzy tonight. Poe's walking around somewhere. He's off camera. If it's all right with you, I'm gonna let the baby sleep. Okay, it's sorry. Just three short pieces tonight. This fifth one is called For the People I'll Never Meet. I've been too busy to read lately, so whatever it is I'm about to write isn't going to be that great, because I haven't reminded myself of how it's done or not done by poets other than me. So since I can't write anything that great, I should probably write something okay, because even if I think it's okay, and even if other people think it's okay, there will still be even more other people, those hypothetical souls that will unfortunately only exist to me on city population signs and in far-flung supermarkets, who think it's good, maybe even great, and it would be rude of me to keep ignoring them. This one is called Napping to My Daughter is a Chore. But so much to a green soul seems like a chore when it's pleasure. It makes me wonder what seems like work to me now, which to a wiser person is gossamer. What can I learn from her whining, her locked knees, her hands roped around the railing of her crib? How have I been crying with a body that will never cramp less in a pre-built house, complete with drawn shades I haven't sewn, in the humming womb of a soft blue paradise, crushed under the most perfect conditions. And this last one is called Knitting. Just as life prepares pregnant mothers with sleepless nights before the frothing plague of babes, so does life teach us to grieve by taking our grandparents decades before our parents, so that calluses might form and cradle the baby's skin beneath in swaddles tight and white. Thank you.
Beautiful, Rich. I mean, if you're gonna bring stuff like that, I guess you could come alone. Fine, fine. Please unmute yourselves. Beautiful work as always. Give Rich some
Yeah,
love.
it is.
Nah,
Great
your
work.
introspection
Beautiful.
is so amazing.
Love
It's
the
so
way you
beautiful.
bring it.
I love it
Wonderful.
too.
All of what you learn every day.
Wonderful.
Listen, Rich, you're teaching us all how to be parents, whether you know it or not. Okay, we are taking lessons. We are. Please put your information in the chat so the folks can find you if you want them to find you, that is. No pressure. Okay. And just so you guys know, if you hear us refer to Rich as Rich Daddy Glennon, it's because he's got a baby. Okay. He's not doing anything untoward. He's actually a real father. It's true. And we are very proud of him. Okay. All right. Because we grow in this community, right? Folks show up, single, and all of a sudden they got whole people and whole children. And it's beautiful. We love it. Grow human beings. We need new ones because the ones that's out here, I don't know, some of them, they not doing so well. Okay. So moving on to a human that we do actually like, we're quite fond of, in fact. Okay. Who is usually singing us some version of the truth. And it really doesn't matter what he's singing. We're here for it either way. Okay. And also, bonus, 2 very deep dimples. I'm just saying, take what you can get when you can get it, is all I'm saying. All right, Joski, please unmute yourself and welcome back.
Hi, Ray Jane. Can you hear this guitar? Can you still hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great. I was having equipment issues. So tonight, I have a haiku and a song to honor my sister Karen on the anniversary of her death. Karen drove the school bus for many years, and she was beloved. Headstone. Carved on a headstone, see, I told you I was sick, my sister laughing. Oh my gosh, let's back that up for a moment. Pain in the neck, pain in the ass, cover it up with a joke and a laugh. All of that toot, all of that sass, you found a way to make everyone laugh. I feel like a child alone after school, waiting for the late bus. And who's gonna bring us home now? Who's gonna bring us home now? Who's gonna bring us home now? The world needs some makeup, laughter's your paint. In spite of the Catholics, we ain't no saints. And what will be said in your epitaph? They gave us all love and you made us all laugh. I feel like a child alone after school, waiting for the late bus. And who's gonna bring us home now? 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 Who's gonna bring us home now?
That was gorgeous. Thank you for sharing her with us. It's our pleasure to take time to honor her. And now she's immortal, right? She'll live on forever.
You know,
With
when I
all
play
of
the song, I feel like I see her.
Thank you for sharing. I can't imagine why she wouldn't show up something that beautiful. I'd probably come down and sit down next to you too. So, well, I mean, if you're going to sing to me, please unmute yourselves and give Joski some love.
Yeah, that is
Wow.
beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was
Thank you for sharing your
beautiful.
sister with us.
Beautiful.
Thank
Continue
you.
resting in
Love
peace.
it.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Wow.
That was beautiful. That was
Yes.
beautiful.
Love your work.
Wow.
Oof.
Sound was great too.
Okay,
Thank you so
right?
much.
Beautiful. Whatever technical difficulties, they flew off and evaporated, right? Maybe she just joined you and fixed it up. We'll take either one of those options because it came out beautifully. Thank you. Thank you. Please put your information in the chat. Y'all make sure you follow Joski. I'm telling you, every week is beautiful like this, no matter what the message is, right? That's just what he does. He makes beautiful things. Thank you, Joski, for your gifts. All right, next person to bring us their gifts. Ooh, and usually in the form of like books and then like more books. And then you like move the books to the side and then there's just more books under there, right? And then you buy some and you give some to your friends and then you buy more books, okay? So her name is not Books, okay? Zer's name is Lizzie, okay? So we call Zer Beanie Goddess, but Lizzie's cool. We'll go with Lizzie for now, okay? Lizzie, please unmute yourself. Welcome back. Always good to see you.
Thank you, Ray J, and many blessings to you and our community. Also, I just want to say, Joski, that was a beautiful tribute. Thank you for sharing your sister with us. May her memory be a blessing. So thank you for honoring and introducing her to us. You guys can find me on IG ES_Strauss, where you can order books, but more importantly, the donation link for my Broadway Care Equity Fights AIDS run is there. They are a wonderful nonprofit helping people all over the country. I will drop the link in the chat when I'm finished with my piece. So I didn't read on Monday night because even though we don't have the rule every other week, I still want to honor new voices in our community. And I'm going to read for the prompt Elemental gave us, and I'd actually had that as my own prompt a couple weeks ago. So this poem was written January 23rd and February 19th. So it's called Simply. With the early morning dew, I release all my goodness back to Mother Gaia. The droplets of precipitation shows me beauty unfolds itself as long as we are willing to find it. Look past the fires that the predators breathe down our throats with no consent. They simply prey on the talented because they have none. If we let forced positivity take them out, they will not return, given there will be no more room for them to hurt. The innocent seekers of earth know how to find the rays of sunshine during brutal storms. We allow ourselves the gifts of elegance and grace to educate ourselves, students of life, the way Mother Gaia intended us to exist here. We cannot take care of each other if we do not respect our own boundaries. If we do understand the reason we are here in the first place, respect, like Miss Franklin preached, RESPECT, we show appreciation with consent and honor, not to treat people as sexual objects, piggy banks, and disrespect their talents given to us by Mother Gaia. This is no epiphany, simply the meaning of life. Thank you, Beanie Blessings.
Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you for the reminders. Thank you also for shouting out Monday Night Show, right? Reminding us that prompts are heavy in that room. And if you don't get to share on Monday, you can always come and share with us or share twice, whatever you do. Please do make sure you follow Lizzie and donate, right? That's a big deal. Thank you for sharing some of your love with other people who otherwise would not have it. Please unmute yourselves and give Lizzie some love.
Yeah, that was
Nice.
excellent.
That was
And Lizzie, yeah.
Nice to
Thank
be
you.
that thoughtful about
Thank
my
you for
Come
being
through,
here.
Thank you.
deadpan. That's how you
Thank
Thank
do
so
it.
much.
Deadpan
Well
dope
done.
as always.
Yeah, so
Beautiful, Lizzie.
yeah.
And thank you,
Beautiful.
Elemental, for the prompt. Thank you for continuing to take care of our Monday night family.
Hey, appreciate you for slaying it as you always do. Shout out to leadoff hitter in the building.
Thank you, brother.
There it is, right? That's how we get down in here, right? We share our space, we share our little Zoom boxes, our time, we share our inspiration with each other, right? Shout out to Elemental, Storm God in the building, also our host of the Monday Night Online Open Mic. As you can see, he just came to life in his box. Visuals is always crazy, so don't look too hard at it. You're gonna get cross-eyed. Don't do it. Appreciate you for being here and adding to the energy as always. All right, please make sure y'all greet each other in the chat and give love. There's plenty of opportunity. We always say don't leave any love behind, and there's plenty in the chat for you. Okay, now we done got to the part of the show that I told y'all about in the beginning, the spicy part, right? So Rich already, he heard us, he put the baby away, so he's ready. Any of the rest of y'all, if you have anybody, sensitive earlobes, if you yourself and sensitive, because that's okay too. If that's you, just take caution, because the next person that's coming up is about to just set the whole place on fire. Okay, so you see me now, I got my hoodie on. I might not have my hoodie on when I come back, is what I'm saying. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right. Ed Poetastic is who I'm talking about, the flame-tastic one. Please unmute yourself and prepare yourself for the fire that will ensue. Go ahead, Ed, and welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be back with little burning words intact. All right, little disclaimer alert, so no one gets hurt. This is going to have mommy and daddy laying in so many different stages, so please mind the word from the pages. I just want to burst some cages. All right, this is called Creamy Frappuccino. The delightful hazelnut stimulates your body movement from a deep slumber. The smell slowly erect my cucumber. My energy comes a river of thunder. You're the battery, and I am the jumper. Your body rolls from side to side, sugar and delights I can provide. Your body warm up and legs open wide. I can see desire boiling inside your eyes. Who needs coffee, my coffee cake? For pleasure's sake, let's awake your lake. Let's shake, shake, and shake my snake awake. Sugar, let's boil and bake while our minds break. Our foggy minds quickly dance to a morning groove. We're lost, but quickly move, move, and move. The beats quickly, quickly, and quickly approve. Our hearts and parts ecstatically approve. Your face high, bound to a reach arch. I can hear the passionate melody inside your heart. My hips march, march, and march. I'm thrusting to drizzle your hidden G mark. Your breasts are dancing towards the morning sun. Our eyes are pale and stunned. Our soaked bodies are on the run. We're bumping and grinding to a new state of scorching fun. The surreal sensation sends sublime sprinkles across our flesh. Our bodies are riding towards the north, south, east, and west. The rapid motion of crushing your hips and chest. The sweet but zesty taste of our fun fest. Our flesh quivers to the electrified rush to pleasure. Our consciousness to a higher measure. Our hands are holding on to caffeinated treasure. Our early euphoria of our taffy leisure. Our hands grasp the thin sheet. The pleasure started to attack our overstimulated senses. Our parts were engulfed by a wild heat. The power was barely soft, but sweetly intense. Our surreal tongues dance with deep satisfaction. Our pale minds are drawn towards luminous contractions. The secret hidden but bare extraction. The foamy and creamy chain reactions. I stir deeper and deeper inside your pink mug. We're both under the chocolate rain bug. We're playing a wet game of tug, tug, and tug. Here comes the finishing whipped cream climactic plug. Our moist bodies left us with miniature shivers. Our energy went completely timber. Our bodies soaked with little nice tremors. We dozed off with a sigh or a whimper. Thank you.
Oh, so you dozed off or you passed out? Because it sounds like you probably passed out on your side when it was done. Either way, it sounds like a good time, Ed. Thank you. Please unmute yourselves and give Ed some.
Yeah, that was great.
Ed
Ed.
Poetastic.
Oh,
Always
Yeah.
brings the flame tastic.
I was worried if
spice
you were
make it
going to
look
get
nice.
into all kinds of creamer stuff, but
Come on with all that flame, Eddie.
You
Come
never
on.
know. You never know, my
You never know. Next week.
Oh shit. See what you did. See what you did, Michael. See what you did. You done set Ed off. You done gave him a challenge. Oh hell. That's all right. All that means is tune in next week and see where we go with Creamer. Exciting times. You never know what you'll find. Thank you, Ed. Thank you for waking us up, keeping us alive in this room, right? Spicing it up a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong, right? Nothing wrong with that. Raj, you know I don't have no sense. I'll be trying. I'm just trying to keep y'all entertained in here, okay? All right. Next person up to bring us some energy, also known as the gusto. Okay, that's gonna be Gusto Silas. Please unmute yourself. Welcome back.
Hey, Ray Jane. Hey, beloved poets. I bring you new shit and a cover. This is Into the Lion's Den. I find myself fighting again. My weapons are paper and pen. I'm a lion come out of my den. I'm who, what, where, why, and when, defying their prophecies with contrarian philosophies. I got the best tactics. You best get back, bitch. So spare me the drama. I smoke blunt force trauma. Avoid the death spiral. As worldwide I go viral. My thoughts so rewarding. Ain't no waterboarding the truth out of me. I spit it for free. Thank you. And this next piece is Big Brother by David Bowie off the album Diamond Dogs. Don't talk of dust and roses, or should we powder our noses? Don't live for last year's capers. Give me steel, give me steel, give me pulsars unreal. He'll build a glass asylum with just a hint of mayhem. He'll build a better whirlpool. We'll be living from sin, then we can really begin. Please, Savior, Savior, show us. Hear me, I'm graphically yours. Someone to claim us, someone to follow, someone to shame us, some brave Apollo, someone to fool us, someone like you. We want you, big brother, big brother. I know you think you're awful swell, but you made everyone and you've been everywhere. Lord, I think you'd overdose if you knew what was going down. Someone to claim us, someone to follow, someone to shame us, some brave Apollo, someone to fool us, someone like you. We want you, big brother, big brother. Thank you.
Yes. First of all, came out the gate on that line, out the gate. I was like, wait, hold on, I'm not ready. Okay. And then you came and sang again to us. Oh, it can't get better than that. Thank you, Gusta. Please unmute yourselves and give them some love. Don't let me be the
Ooh,
only
that's
one.
not an easy Bowie one.
Yeah,
Gusto.
No,
Yes,
Strategy 101.
Nice.
man.
liked your piece a lot. too.
That is how you use paper and pen as sword and shield,
Oh,
man.
Good
Dope,
job.
Gustav.
Good job.
I love your work, Gustav.
Right out the cage on that one, boy. Right? He was like, you ready for these teeth? You're not ready for these words. You're not ready for these words. Damn it. You got me all excited. Damn it. All right. Let me calm down. Back to my professional self. All right. Greetings. I've returned. Okay. We're going to get back into the list. All right. Readjust our energies. But it's probably just gonna go right back up. I mean, because Koto is next. Okay. So I mean, it's just gonna go right back up. So, just stand up and get moving because it's just gonna go back up. Please unmute yourself. Please. We are so glad to see you. Welcome back, my brother.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for your poetry. I was talking to my grandmother this morning. I'd wanted to perform something different, but I was talking to my grandmother and she brought up my late grandfather. And I just, started getting into this, memory lane. So I wrote this poem here. It's called Invisible Knives. My grandfather once staggered into the house and proclaimed out loud that someone had stabbed him in the back. It was so dramatic that all of us present did not know how to react, all except for me, the strange kid, the one who expected bleeding. So instinctively, I ran into the kitchen as fast as I could, fumbling around for a clean rag to rub the wound, as I had seen Mama do countless times with injuries that were not even mine sometimes. When you're an only child, you are sheltered from figures of speech that hide the cruelty of the world in plain sight. And because adults themselves are riddles, only solved by growing up to become one, the pool of blood I was searching for collected in silence on the canvas in my head, becoming blood red in the threat of its non-existent violence. I remember him, my grandfather, standing there, frozen, as if the alleged knife in his spine was holding him together. And that one simple tug and he would collapse on the floor into a heap of crackling bones. It was only when he turned around to lock the door behind him that the first of many lessons about invisible knives became known. And as I closed my eyes and imagined what one would look like, piecing it all together from handle to blade, becoming comfortable with my own wrist control, I learned that a bladesmith of an invisible knife probably wants as little blood as possible or none at all. I remember how he looked at me when I handed him the rag. My innocence paralyzed him. And for a second, I seemed to have sunk my own blade into his invisible wound too. He beheld me with eyes that half scorned me for being so naive, while on the other hand, envied me for not knowing the kind of evil that cuts beneath the skin. The expression would have never made sense to me anyway. Maybe only to him. Being a chef at a local hotel, he had seen more blades than my childish existence could comprehend and could tell which knife was tangible and which wasn't. But what he did not know is that me and my cousins had been reenacting a game of war with shields made of cardboard and spears made from broken sticks. And the golden rule was this, that anyone stabbed in the back, like we had been told about our ancestors from the past, anyone stabbed in the back was actually a coward and did not deserve to live. So the reg was a final act of mercy for a deserter I barely expected to breathe. Thank you.
Thank us? What do you mean, thank us? What did we do? We didn't do nothing, and you did all of that. Come on, please unmute yourselves and give some kudos some love, because come on.
Oh, thanks
Some
for your
Woo!
grandma for inspiring that.
So good to have you back.
Oh, that's
so
Storm's
great.
God.
Wonderful.
Mike is on fire. Mike is
Telling
on
you,
fire.
that dude's not fucking human. He never fucking misses. I'm telling you.
Oh, that's
Fucking
for
was
sure.
on Coco. That
Never
dude never
misses,
fucking
never.
misses. I'm telling you.
My homie. I love it.
Bunch of mutants in here, okay? Bunch of weirdos. Okay, so if you're a weirdo, you found the right spot, okay? Because you are in great company, weird in the best ways. And you know what really worked out nicely? Some Koto let me know about his friend, Eric E. Tomic, who is in the room, and he signed up. I think he signed up for a view-only ticket. Next time he's gonna sign up for artist ticket, right? That's okay. That's all right, right? We together. And it just so happens that Unmesh is supposed to be next, and he's not in yet, but we know he's coming all the way from India, so we'll leave space for him. But what we're gonna do is make sure that Eric gets his time to shine right now. And like I told you, the way that we do it in this room is if this is your first time here, we like you to know that no matter how this goes, there is love waiting for you on the other side of your performance, okay? And I'll let the room show you what that looks like when you're done. But in the meantime, this is your time, and we are so happy to have you. So I'm going to ask you to unmute, and then you can tell us where we can find you, tell us who you are, and then get into your piece. And then we'll talk to you a little bit afterwards. Is that cool? All right, great. Please unmute yourself and do your thing.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Eric Atomic Johnson. You can find me on Insta under Atomic 86 or on Facebook, Eric Atomic Johnson. I'll leave all my contacts and everything in the chat. Yep. So my boy invited me here, and I'm so excited to be here to read for y'all tonight. This one's a little bit of a longer one. It's a slam piece, but the title of this poem is called The Elephant in the Room. Feel free to ask me about it later if you want. There's an elephant in the room. There's a man in the room with elephantitis of the legs. There's a man in this world who's felt more lonely than loved, more tortured than hugged, more left than right, and has been treated more wrong than he cares to admit, than he's comfortable to repeat. Because there seems to be a lack of space in places claimed safe to be. Am I safe to speak? Well, I must be, because elephantitis doesn't come with ivory tusks. So you'll just poach me with your words. You'll just shoot me down with your exclusion and exclusionary terms. Just because these elephant legs weren't accompanied with tusks, that sure as hell doesn't mean they didn't come with reminders not to trust. But I also got the memory, and I remember forever too well the day I felt my legs swell. The stretching skin and fires crept from hell. But like a good Christian son, I tried to pray to thy Father who art in heaven. I tried to count to 10, but I begged for him to end this hell before I got to 7. Because there's flames climbing up my muscles, mashing with pickaxes and melting through my flesh like dragon's breath with the stench of death, the burning sting of acid. I still recollect the days I spent clinging to my bed for dear life. But I guess that life didn't get that letter in the mail, because there I wept away the days of weeping willow as I wailed, and yes, I wailed. And there's nothing quite disarming than the sight of a weeping child, a nephew who wants to hear you stop your anguish screams long enough just to see you smile. Or how about a grieving mother who watched you die a million times as you twisted your bed sheets into knots the same way you did your mind, wants you to live life to its fullest, but fully understands you listing death as a demand to end the pain that you are in. You see, to many of you, I'm the elephant in the room. But to my mother, I was her dying baby boy. To my father, a tortured son. And to others, a little brother. and to far too many bastard plenty. I was an amusement, a sideshow attraction, a side glance distraction, whose quirks brought humor to their minds as a knee-jerk reaction. And they laughed as they passed, and they cackled and I masked the pain beyond flesh wounds. But trust me, words hurt and the meaning will slowly get you. But let me tell you what you don't see. The guy whose legs weigh 45 pounds more than yours, who walks a mile in lead moccasins where you wouldn't walk 10 feet because you ain't got that kind of confidence. But I'm not chasing compliments. No more shy time for this guy with legs like an elephant. I will stare the mice among men down and tap dance, not tiptoe as I stomp through the crowd. There's a man in this room with elephantitis of the legs. There's an elephant in this room, and he's taking center stage.
Come on. So you done messed up already. You messed up several times. Let me tell you how you messed up. First of all, you showed up. That was enough. Number two, you showed up and you showed out. That was also enough. And then you started off by provoking us by saying, oh, you can ask me questions about this. So, I'm gonna ask you questions. So tell us, where did that come from? I kind of got a feel for it, but please tell us about it since you offered the explanation.
Well, I have a condition called elephantitis or elephantiasis. It's an advanced form of a condition called lymphedema that makes that's a swelling of the extremities. And along with that comes a whole host of issues like permanent damage to my joints, especially, my knee joints, constant bouts of infection. I've nearly lost my legs 3 times. I've spent numerous days in the hospital. It destroyed my chances of going to college because I got really, really sick right before I went to pursue creative writing, and it almost killed me. So,
well, thank goodness. I don't know, what you believe, but thank God it didn't. Thank God you were able to turn all of that into what you just shared with us, which is beautiful at the very least. And I'm so grateful that we get a chance to now yell and scream positive obscenities at you and just let you know how much you are honored in this space and how much you are welcome to return to us. And thank you for telling your story, right? Because not a lot of people are able and have the confidence, right, to at least try. So we thank you for that. Please don't let me be the only one to say so, right? Because I promised you love now, right? So y'all know what to do, okay? Unmute yourselves and let them have it.
One of us.
Wow, welcome to the class.
One of us.
Really
Oh,
appreciate
Hell
it.
yeah, hell yeah.
beautiful.
Not just surviving, you're triumphing, you're awesome.
You can't just come in here walking and stomping in your big black boots and expect not somebody to say something up in here, man. Come on, man. Of course you just fucked yourself up. Find yourself here every Thursday, every Monday. Be here.
Yeah, definitely. Both Monday and Thursday. We want to hear you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. Bless you all.
Bless you too. You are very welcome. Okay, please put your information in the chat. I done already stalked you. I already know what your Instagram is. It's already up there. I already took a whole clip and posted it for the whole world to see. So too bad. Okay, we are already connected. Please do come back to us 8 p.m. Eastern Monday night. Sign up is 24 hours ahead of time. Make sure you pick that artist ticket. Okay, because you need to be on the list. And now we know why. Okay, every Thursday 9 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna be expecting you here. If you miss a few, that's okay, but just don't make it a habit. All right, good. All right, now we're gonna move on to the next talented brother in the room. Look at the smooth hat, and he got the whole universe behind him. I mean, come on now, gonna lay it out like that? We gotta listen, right? Complicated Passions, also known as Samuel Rain. Please unmute yourself and welcome back.
Greetings, everyone. And so far, this show has been dope, but I'm going to get right into it. If you don't know me, then you will know me. All right. Has my life become a number, or Has it always been placed in a system I was never meant to be? Does the name slave hold future intentions? Can you tell me where are the flowers? I don't know the true numbers. So many ships filled with black gold, many destinations. This is now my home. Who gave them permission to play God? Was it their religion? Was it something that gave them rights in a book they didn't write to rule over my life? What more do you want from me? And now, some complicated passions. I am an advocate of words, an elemental so dope, it led me to a raging experience. It's been a while since I've tasted beautiful, arousing earth tones, shibby black coffee in my mornings. Her essence flows through me. I tell her she's that preview to my pain. We love hard. Have you ever felt black rain? I could never let her go. She tells me the same when she says, I'm your fiend, dark man. She's off the chain. Called me the Mackin game. I'm just hungry for her love. I show her. We all flow differently. Some of us flow rhymes and call it therapy. She said my words have ways, so I took out my pen like she asked me. She said, write into me and make it nasty. You see, she was a love poem. And now she's that motion picture I want to star in. Not just acting, I wanted that Dark Man Blues thing, loving a queen. I wanted to hero myself in, taking chances, loving her like she wants to be. So I told her, take this like you own me. No doubt I'm about this life, two souls becoming one. If it's you setting the scale for me, asking when my love's in need, speaking R.I.P. to the love I used to be addicted to. Yes, I found myself addicted. I had to drop digits. My wanting to hear sexy, damn, I wanted to taste it. Like a drug, it had me. It was like confirmation, and in another moment, I had to have it, making those pillows scream once again. To have her taking me deep like my dreams, it's got me addicted. I am complicated passions, the voice behind this pen. Thank you.
Woo! Come on. Thank you. Listen, all I got to say is black gold. That was it. That's all you needed to say. Please unmute yourselves and give complicated.
That delivery is
Oh,
Woo!
right to the
Right,
point.
making his way.
He sounds familiar. I think I know him. I think I met him before.
I done told y'all that cat cool as the other side of the pillow.
Yeah, oh, cool as
I hear that.
Telling you.
Thank you for.
You are very welcome. You know you can come back anytime, anytime. Yes, the delivery is smooth like a baby's bottom. Okay. That's how my dad used to describe his bald head, you know. And that's how it is. Cold like an ice cube in Antarctica. All right. Please make sure y'all follow this man. Get into it. Trust me, it just gets better. All right. The next person up to bring us some of that cool and really some story time and always some inspiration is Ike Waltz. Please let me find you. Where are you? There you are. Please unmute yourself. Welcome back, Ike.
Hi all. All Americana, an X-rated daily sarcasm. Yes, the all-American boy is white and plays baseball and or football. Sometimes all at the same time. Yes, we need so desperately heroes who can do it all, they say. I'm sure you will understand. The rest of us are assumed brown or black. Or God forbid, an immigrant like a foreign man that only enjoys soccer at any time. Yes, the all-American girl next door is pretty, blonde, has blue eyes, and in any emergency, her whatever boring story dominates my otherwise boring TV. Everybody, anything else gets no attention, as some of us are just not like this so delightful, obese, all-American white. Super world champ, super Hollywood Botox, joy, super AR-15 assault gun, even that super pretty blow-up Barbie cuddling toy. And then that is. I found a heartbroken Teddy, lost, nose down, stuck in the mud, with the last frozen tear attached to his blinded eyes. What a this day. Yes, this day spoke to me. But why is sarcasm so revealing, so satisfying when I speak? And only I must listen, the boring I. Yes, sarcasm kisses me goodnight at 9 p.m., sharp like a knife, since sleeps in our bed only on the other side. And then a shit hit, a terrible cramp wakes my damaged left leg. It happens at any time during the darkness of cool light. Okay, I swallow that mind-numbing pill. The doctor says use water. It kills my cramp. My sarcasm goes one by one at will. All pain magically wiped away. Sleep well echoes from my bell. It is my better bedside intertwined as we are never alone. Or is it just that healthy right side still sleeping leg, my other son, calling for we run out of time, suggesting, and a peaceful good night. Where otherwise is there difference in life? Do you know where? Is it black, brown, or white? All mixed into something like in a between. Why are we speechless? Can't you tell? Thank you.
Every time, Mike, every single time, all these good questions. Please unmute yourselves and give Ike some love. Thank you, Ike.
Yeah, Ike.
Wow.
That's Ike.
Powerful imagery.
Wow.
Man, that dude's like writing poetry, man. I don't know why. He just does that.
Mhm. That's just what he do. That's why. Because he's Ike Waltz. And that's what Ike Waltz does. Period. Okay? He's gonna make you think. You're gonna think you know what he's talking about, but then you have to think some more. Because there's a little bit more under each of those lines. And that's what's so lovely about your poetry. It's like a little treasure trove. You know, it makes me feel smart. Because I'm like, ooh, he meant something else and I got it. You know? So thank you, Ike, for, challenging us. We appreciate that. I can't speak for everybody, but I do. So thank you. Thank you for being here and for pushing the limit every time. Because we need that. Right? All right. Talking about pushing the limit. Okay. And the backgrounds to let you know they ready. Right. Last time we had to wait a little bit because his baby had called him and we had to find out where we stood in the importance of his life, and we were kind of at the bottom, so we felt the way, but we came back up real quick. He came back, so we are glad to see you here. Subject matter, it's all jokes and love. Thank you for being here. Please unmute yourself. Can't wait to hear what you've got to share. Welcome back.
Yeah, you know how it is with teenage girls. Everything is an emergency. I think I'm gonna do this piece about a love long gone. If I bear with me, I wrote it a minute ago, and if I get all emotional, I'm just gonna fade to black. So I love her more. I love her more than the sands of ancient Kemet land. I love her more than the elders of Mensa could understand. I love her more than all the blood shed by the hands of man. If God had a clock, I would love her more than the ticks of its second hand. Love. I place my sanity in her palms with no regret of hesitation. She does as her heart feels. The 43rd sonnet says, how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. What a futile task to count to infinity. I bask in the thought of her. I could never count the ways I love her. If I could write down each way on grains of sand, all the beaches would be graffitied with incomprehensible amounts of examples of how I do. But I love her more than that too. If I could project how much I loved her from each individual ray of light that comes from heaven, God himself would fatigue in his attempt to supply enough celestial illumination. The divine vessel who pours the Milky Way galaxy could pour into the northern lights, combine them, multiply their twinkles and flickers by 1,000, and I love her more than that. I would willingly drown in a pool of her, fend off any attempts to rescue me, and have me cough her from my lungs. I would willingly drift from this physical plane into expectations of mingling throughout eternity in spiritual intercourse with her. The aroma of her moves gracefully, performing adagios and allegros and pirouettes throughout my nostrils. Taste buds hyperventilate, breathe rapidly in anticipation of her. Trust. Hold my sincerity up against the universe's light. Verify that it's not counterfeit. Examine close, squint if you must. Be sure that there are no embedded lies. With no remorse, I emotionally leap from the tallest point of my ego, knowing she will safely and softly carry me down with her parachute, wrap me and entwine me in her strings of silken affection. I will willingly lay there in contented restraint. Physical realization. Nerve endings playfully teasing, shooting gentle arrows of titillation back and forth across our skin. Pew, I got you. Eyes rolling back of our head to see another world head on hedonistic flesh and soul type of ecstasy. But I love her more than that. This ain't no, wow, I didn't realize how late it was. Let me gather up my things because this is not the offspring of what impatience and physical infatuation does. This is meditating, fasting, refusal to settle, mutual intermingling of souls. This is uninhibited, unselfish. Carve your signature into my back, anything goes. A bed prepared with soft linen and pillows by someone omnipotent that has no end and always was. This is, go ahead and do that. You got my blessings, cuz. Overflowing a welcome Katrina, breaking past emotional levees, overcoming distance, communication, misunderstanding, washing away the dirt of the past, flushing basements of disappointments, pain, and tears with water of delight. What was dry with doubt and loneliness, dusty with complacency, is now flooded, saturated with bliss, a rumbling source of pleasure. But I love her more than this. I love her more. I love her more. I love her more. Subject matter.
Man, I don't even know what to say. I'll be just over here trying to get a text back. And you just explain all the ways that love should be articulated. Wow. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. And I'm glad you didn't have to fade to black, but I see it in your eyes. I'm glad for it because it means it's real and we can feel real, right?
Yeah, it was real.
That's real. Please unmute yourselves. Give him some love for that.
Yes,
Oh,
very
wow.
beautiful.
You got it like
Woo!
wedding vows.
Belated
Oh,
Valentine's.
That was beautiful.
That was fire.
oh,
Thank you.
Thank
oh,
you.
those would be killer wedding vows
It was
right
so
there.
beautiful. Thank you.
Tells you about
Them
it.
baby girls will get that at you, homie.
I'm gonna let you
They'll
back
get
in
that at
class
you every
now.
single time. Believe me.
Oh, that's
That's why you end up with teenage girls. It's payback, right? So you can know what this love really is. It's okay. We appreciate you. That was fantastic. If any of you gents or just folks in love were paying attention, if you weren't, go back to that YouTube, let them be your Cyrano. Because I promise you, you're not going to say it better than that. You're just not. You're just not. I'm just telling you. All right. Speaking of saying things the best way possible, right? And Cyranos, the folks behind us that are making it happen for us. Let's give a moment to RMT so that he can tell you about what we're doing at the New Yo, and just shout out to RMT in general for holding us down Monday nights, Thursday nights, various nights in the New Yo in person. We appreciate you. And if nobody else has told you thank you today, please allow us to do so. All right, take it away, friends.
Well,
Mike is yours.
thank you so much, Rachel. And you are the second friend and colleague who told me thank you today, in addition to everyone here in the Zoom audience. I really appreciate it. So happy to be helping out on the back end on Mondays and Thursdays online. And yes, as Rachel mentioned, I also work on some days inside the cafe. I want to give a big shout out to two attendees and participants here. Once again, Gustav, because like me, he is sporting his New Regan Poets Cafe hat. You know, he bought it. I bought mine as well. We don't have that one available online, but if you happen to be inside the New Regan Poets Cafe, you can go ahead and purchase it at the bar with the house manager Ralph or the bartender Kenny or Kelson. You know, whichever staff is working at the cafe, you can go ahead and buy it for them. And on that note, you know, some of you know we do sell T-shirts online as well with the New Regan Poets Cafe. And just a few weeks ago, we got the latest edition, the pink T-shirt, which I'm gonna wear at Women's Orator Wednesday next Wednesday to show my support, and which is actually great because next Wednesday, March 1st, happens to be the start of Women's History Month. You know, so that's perfect for that. And I want to give one more shout out to one more person, Roslyn, who will be after I finish my promos. I believe she's next on the list. She has a wonderful book here that she published, I think, a year and a half ago at the Word is Right, Lady Lotus. And this is a good segue because she featured in my organization, Bronx Art and Fun Up, about a year ago. We had a great book talk with her and Brian Franco. So thank you again, Roslyn. I'm looking forward to hear you in a few minutes. And that's, again, it's a segue. I put it in the chat. You may find me privately at Ron Mark Thompson or my own organization, Bronx Art and Fun Up at BXAFH. Now, before I tell you about the other exciting programs we have coming up at the New Regan Poets Cafe, I want to remind everyone, especially the newcomers here, Thursday night is not the only online open mic night we have going on. We also have another open mic on Monday, which kind of starts, it starts the week, for us, and I think we call it like Circus Inferno Night. Elemental is our wonderful host on Mondays. Elemental, let everyone know, in case they have never seen you before, they have never heard of the Monday Line Open Mic, what is going on Mondays, and I think you also assign themes, and tell us about the upcoming theme. Floor's all yours.
Listen, first of all, shout out one of the dopest hosts in the Zoomverse, the one and only Ray Jane. Make sure you are plugging in with the Queen Thunder Lung. You are now plugged into Thunder Lung Thursdays. Get your life. It's Thursday night. Shout out to the dopest producer in the Zoomverse, Ron Mark Thompson. If you're not down with RMT by now, damn it, you should be. Plug in with Monday night, man. It is the dopest night of the week. Right, there are weekly themes. It is going down. Join the greatest community in the world. Listen, you will see a lot of these faces in here. They come to get down. Listen, it really is. We call it the circus, right? Thursday is therapy. Monday is the circus. Listen, come through, bring all your poetry, bring all your energy. We are here for it. I'll see y'all on Monday night, man. Peace. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you so much, Elemental. And in case you were wondering, you forgot to mention next week's theme, correct me if I'm wrong, retrograde, old school. Is that correct?
Listen, this is why that dude does what he does, man. Absolutely. It is retrograde. So plug into the old school, man. We taking it to the old school. Plug in.
Yes, we do. Thank you. And for those of you who want to sign up on Mondays, you do not have to write to the theme. It is suggested, but we almost everyone writes and performs something to the themes on Monday. So thank you so much, Elemental. Looking forward to work with you again this coming Monday. And on that note, talking about regular weekly programs we have going on at the New Eureka Poets Cafe, allow me to remind everyone we have on Wednesdays going on the Wednesday night poetry slam at the New Eureka Poet Cafe in person. That one is hosted by our executive director. Yesterday, it actually was guest hosted by her son, Kelson, who usually is our bartender. So, anytime there's always something exciting. Elizabeth, Depenlissi, and Nick Peologos came yesterday and rocked on stage. So that was so good to see them both in person again. So every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time in person. This one you can watch online. We sell reduced discount tickets for the online. You will not be able to perform online, but you can watch and cheer everyone on every Wednesday. It is every Wednesday except for the first Wednesday of the month, because that one is reserved for 8 p.m. Eastern time beatniks, which is an online streaming kind of podcast show hosted by La Brua. And then at 9 p.m. our Women Orators Wednesday. And this is on every first Wednesday of the month. $15 tickets. Again, next week is the start of Women's History Month. In person, we also stream that online, but again, not for performances, but you can watch. This one is reserved for our women. Women will get the preference to rock on the mic. We do invite our men as well, but your poem has to be about women, about your significant others, about grandmothers, mothers, as long as it fits, the theme. And the women, they can rock anything they want, because this is your night, ladies, so come on out for this next Wednesday, March 1st. And you already can buy tickets online on our ticket site, which I pasted in the chat, and I will paste in a second again. Also, La Brua confirmed to us next week our guest healer and oracle reader Rebecca Chitana will return. She was there this month, February, on February 1st, and she was very popular. There was a line at her table going up the stairs. So come on out if you want to see her again, in addition to listening to the great open micers. All right, talking about La Brua, earlier today, she actually hosted a workshop at Studio One, which is about 2 or 3 blocks from the New Eureka Poets Cafe on the Lower East Side in Manhattan. That one is in person only. This one happens every last Thursday of every month, 7 p.m. You may register. You see the link, and I also put a QR code in. It's coopersquare.org Studio One. They have several different workshops going on each day of the week. La Brua happens to be the teacher for every last Thursday of the month, and it is free. Studio One has received grants for this, so that way they can offer all of their workshops for free for you in person, anyone in New York City. Come on, check them out. I know Jasmine and I were talking yesterday. I've been to some of La Brua's workshop. Jasmine has been there, I think, last month. You will learn something different, but differently about poetry. And with La Brua, it's not just poetry, it's also stage performance and singing. Like, there was one workshop I went to where she taught us, not how to sing with your vocal cords, but how to make a poem/song and make it song-like. So I just enjoyed that, so that was great. Also, in case you don't have enough of the New Eureka Poets Cafe for tonight, about 23 minutes ago, Behind the Groove dance battle started in person at the New Eureka Poets Cafe, and this goes on until 3 a.m. Tomorrow morning, Friday. So if you're in Manhattan, if you're zooming in from Manhattan, if you're watching us on YouTube and you want to go to the New Eureka Poets Cafe, go there. It's a dance music, you know, everything that you can think of. It is great. That I believe happens once a month, usually either the second or last Thursday of the month. On the last Sunday of the month, Salsa Jam inside the New Regan Poets Cafe, both a music showcase, salsa music, and also the first hour you will learn how to salsa. This happens at 8 p.m. this Sunday, February 26th, last Sunday of every month. You already may buy tickets online or at the door if you prefer, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Also, Voices and Vibes. Ray Jane mentioned that every second Saturday of the month, 8 p.m. Eastern time, inside the cafe. We do not have a Zoom option available for this because, unfortunately, there is a huge tech overhead for this because this is like one of the biggest shows that we're currently hosting. 4 hours, 8 p.m. to midnight. You can sing karaoke. You can bring your own original tracks. Adam Granger, who comes here on Thursdays, he came 2 weeks ago and debuted his own original new single. That was great. We had others from New Jersey, from New York coming, and we had a feature earlier this month, La Brua's daughter, Espada de la Luz, and she had a great set of several songs, that she sang. So come on out for this. You already may buy tickets. And last but not least, Ray Jane, I almost forgot to put that in my slides, but besides rocking here on Thursdays at the New Regan Poets Cafe, you also have another side gig at The Word is Right, which is a great online community organization produced by Marissa Prada out of New Mexico. And Ray Jane happens to be part of the team, which I'm also a team member at. And Ray Jane, on every last Friday of the month, Freestyle Fridays, you see the Zoom, you see the password, it's free. Come on out. It's an open mic / workshop. I've been to a few of them. Ray Jane gives us wonderful prompts. She really challenges us, to think and to come up with something. And I always come up with something. I can make it tomorrow. I'm going to an open mic in Connecticut actually, but whenever I can make it, Ray Jane, I'll be there. I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. All right, I said enough. Ray Jane, I'm going to hand back the mic over to you. Thank you so much for hosting us here on Thursdays. It is a great show. Let's hear the rest of the open micers. Thank you, Ray Jane.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ron, for catching us up so that we know what's going on at the New Yo, whether that's virtually or in person. All right, so please get involved, come through, scroll through the chat. We've been dropping a bunch of links for you to try to make it easy. If you want some merch, there's a link there that I dropped for our bonfire website. So please do come out and support. Every bit of support allows us to do what we do here in these spaces. And we know you guys miss hybrid. So do we. We're waiting for production to put things together. It's a new year, so we're just rolling things out when they are put together properly, right? We don't want to give you something halfway because you deserve more than that. So keep your eyes open, and as he mentioned, if you ain't got nothing to do tomorrow, come through, hang out with me. Let's write together, okay? But in the meantime, y'all came here for some more poetry, didn't you? So let me go ahead and drop the remainder of the list in the chat once more so you know. But as Ron mentioned, we will be starting off our second half, or at least what we got left, with none other than the BX herself, also known as Roz Diaz. Please unmute yourself, Roz, if you are still with us, and come to the mic. Yes, welcome.
Hey, everybody. I hope everyone's having a good night. My camera is off because I am indulging in this poetry and I am in the dark, just filling my well, like Ray Jane likes to say. So, all right. I want to also invite you guys to come through to an open mic that I co-host along with Amalia and John Chance Acevedo. Happens once a month. It's called The Dumping Grounds. It's primarily based on mental health. And actually, our next feature on March 11th from 9 to midnight is none other than one of our own, Nick P. And with that being said, I'm going to jump into my piece. It's called Old Friends, and it goes like this. I kept my lips sealed, called it safe. I bit my tongue till blood red became my favorite color. Till the taste of metal was like honey, my body aching to part ways from the agony, your words carved into my being. Feelings I'd like to scream into a pillow. What a pill, oh, what a hard pill to swallow. My voice blew your cover, shedding light on the cadavers in your closet. Cadavers that we've brought back to life by remembering our pain. With the same voice that rose them from the dead, I declare them unalive again. Rest, old friends. Rest. End poem.
Yes, Roz. Thank you for that. And thank you for being here. If y'all didn't know, Roz is also a waymaker. Okay. So if she's got an opportunity to give you a chance to shine, what she just did for me and sharing her light and opportunities, then that's exactly what she does. So no wonder the Dumping Grounds is also another safe space that you can find yourself, right? So please do find her and follow her. And in the meantime, in between time, y'all can go ahead and unmute yourselves and just yell for her. Thank you for being here, Roz. Let me ask the folks to unmute. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roz.
Woo!
So beautiful.
Always great, Roz. That was wonderful.
Dude, Roz, it's been too long since I heard you. Roz, come through.
Short, sweet.
Feel
Love
good,
that.
man.
Love that.
Always
Love it.
That was wonderful.
Big facts, as we say, big facts. We love Roz here. You're welcome here any and every time, always and forever. Just so you know. All right. Next person who is also a longtime member of this community, sometimes just hanging here, feeling her well and filling the space with her energy, and sometimes ready to give us some of that good, right? Those words that only Marianne can deliver. Please unmute yourself, Marianne. And I got to tell you, that shirt is giving all the whole time. I just been looking at it. It's very good. Looks very good. Please unmute yourself and welcome back.
Oops, I can't do it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ray Jane. Thank you so much. And really nice to see everybody this evening. Thank you so much, poet friends. I'd like to tell you just a little short story and a family story, and it's called Don't Be Cruel. With 3 daughters under the age of 5 in July of 1956, and all that grime between those stove buttons that could only be dislodged with Q-tips and plenty of elbow grease, my mom did not have a lot of time for cutting the braided rug. Until the screen door opened and Daddy walked in, carrying a plastic disc in a paper sleeve like he was carrying the nuclear codes. He told me to run, get my record player, the one in the little pink suitcase that I got last Christmas, and set it on the kitchen table. Carefully, he raised the lid of that magic music box, which I loved even more than my sister's, with the slim ballerina that stood on point and spun around when she cranked the key. Then my dad clipped an adapter doohickey into the center of the 45. We placed it on the rubber pad, checked the needle for any little bit of dust, and carefully set the stylus on the margin. Like a preacher, Daddy spoke a single word to my mom, and she was ready for communion. Will you know I can be found sitting home all alone? You can't come around, at least please telephone. Daddy took Mom's hand and spun her in a way that made me understand, sometimes before my sisters and me, that bantamweight merchant marine and the gray-eyed looker who poured Cokes down at Augie and Ray's hot dog stand must have gone out on a Friday and come home carrying Mom's stilettos early, early on a Saturday morning because my dad was the best dancer in the world, especially with me crushing his arches while he popped his feet and holding me marionette-like by the hands as we toured the kitchen floor. Well, I guess Don't Be Cruel is still my favorite Elvis tune, and I sure hope Wally and Amelia and the King are out there on cloud nine, rocking and rolling with all 2 minutes and 4 seconds of it somewhere tonight. Thank you.
Yes, Marianne, all of that story and the singing, a little bit of, I'm always here for a little bit of extra. Thank you for that. Oh my gosh,
Pleasure was
good.
mine. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Please unmute yourselves. Give Marianne
That
some.
was so sweet. Just bring
Woo!
us into your family like that. I just loved it.
Thank you.
Enjoyed it.
So
That's
sweet.
what I'm
Maintain
saying,
my
man.
attention and everything.
Okay.
Those moments,
Right
right?
there.
Those are precious moments when
They are
music meets
precious.
this happiness. Like, beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yes.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you so much.
So welcome. You took us with you, right? At some point, I was holding the heels in my hand. I was like, what's going to happen next? Is Daddy going to dance one more time? I don't know, but I'm here for it. Thank you, Marianne, for being here and choosing to share with us. All right. Next person up who's been waiting patiently for their go. You know, we always excited when it's time for the Vex Lex, okay? Vex, please unmute yourself. Welcome back.
Thank you, Ray Jane. Always good to be back. If you guys like my poetry, follow me on Instagram, VexLex Poetry. Got something exciting in the works, so stay tuned. This piece is called Upper Mismanagement. I am my own boss, I say to myself repeatedly, alternating between high and low, in the hopes that my brain will successfully process these words. It should be a complete sentence, but I continue to have the urge to add a conjunction. It should be a statement, but I question the validity of it. I am my own boss, but I really shouldn't be left in charge. Most of the time, there is no agenda. Then there are the times when my post-it note to-do list becomes an elongated scroll that I will attend to once I return from lunch. But this lunch break has lasted for a majority of the week. I am my own boss, and I believe there should be an immediate change in personnel. I try not to take it personal. Isn't the point of being your own boss that you get to pick and choose when you show up? Being checked out is taking up all of my vacation days. Who do you answer to when you break your own rules? I long for a human resources department to hold me accountable. Am I my own boss, or is someone else calling the shots? Thank you.
Vex, you asking them good questions. Listen, let me know when you find out, because I'm still trying to figure it out over here. It's not getting easier, okay? Please unmute yourselves and give back some love.
Yeah, those
Ooh, come on,
Poetry,
are the
Vex
real
Lex.
questions.
Nice,
Thank you,
nice.
Missy,
Great
Missy.
job. Fantastic.
Keep making them
therapy.
boss moves,
That's
Lex.
therapy.
That's
You
how you
always
do.
bring it.
Make boss moves.
That's
That's
it.
it.
We said it's all right for you to miss a few, but if you're gonna come back like a boss. That's how you do it, Vex. That's how you do it. All right. Thank you for following the rules. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. All right. Next person up to bring us their bossness is Moonsev, who we haven't seen in a while. I'm so excited to see you here. Please unmute yourself and welcome back.
Hey Regine, hey New York fam. It feels so good to be back. I haven't been here in a minute. So a couple of news. My first book is out. It's called Honey, I Met a Shrink, and it's 13 poems. So it's available online. I'll drop the link later. I'm gonna do a couple of pieces from here. The first one is called $1 Billion Baby. For God and country, they promised you indeed, since the day you enlisted to pay your college fees. To them, you were just a chess piece. Using pawns to win a game was worth your PTSD. You did it for your stomach, putting bullets into heads, but traffickers of war made bank while you bled. Fast forward, and it's 2022. There's a war on the internet now. Are you confused? Well, modern warfare is banter and bloodshed and slander, but you're a superhero, so they'll milk all your stardom one blockbuster at a time. You'll make lots of press while talking heads argue if funding for your distress is the best society can do. Blood on your hands dries. Your heart starts to freeze. They killed you on the inside to raise their billion-dollar baby. And I will leave you guys with the last piece in this book, and it's called Noisy Neighbors. If the thought of darker shades creeping into your days ever grips you, then here's something to remember. Fear and loathing are just noisy neighbors turning our insides jittery with their jibes. Fear and loathing are just noisy neighbors turning our insides jittery with their jibes, and the only way they dare skip rent is if we forget that we've always owned every inch of ourselves. If they overstay their lease and your peace is spent, show them your deed and tell them to get bent. Thank you.
Congratulations, Moonsef. Listen, if you have a link, please put it in the chat so that we can support you, right? If you've got books, we want to know. This is your first book, so we want to know. Moonsef, congratulations. That's a beautiful thing. Please unmute yourselves and give him some love. Yell for him.
Oh, hell yeah.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Congrats, man. That's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Come
good
on,
luck
Moon
with
Sep.
that.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Congrats on your first book, man.
I own
Blessings
every
to
inch
the
of myself.
Right.
No,
Right.
how it should be.
That's right. Listen, we're so proud of you, right? A lot of you come here, not even sure if you're poets. And then months later, you're authors. How amazing is that? Please take a moment and think about that, right? Think about how far you've come, and really you deserve to be proud of yourself in this moment. Because there's a lot of us, and I include myself, right, who have a lot of poetry and no book. So you already did it. You already did it. You don't gotta do nothing else. You done already did it. Congratulations, Moonsef. That's beautiful. Make sure you bring more of that poetry with you so we have an excuse to hype you up. Okay? Next person coming to the stage. And I think Kara is gonna sing for us. I just feel like she's gonna sing for us. I snuck a little piece of the guitar. I seen it. You know, she tried to hide it. She had said it. She put it down here so I couldn't see. But I seen it, Kara. I seen it. But I'm excited for whatever you do. Welcome to the space. Also, let us know. Is this your first time? Have you been here before? If not, you have. Okay. All right. All right. Please unmute. Oh, you haven't. Oh, okay. Okay. So you already know what's coming when you're done. So even if you're nervous, don't be. Well, you could be nervous. That's okay. Nervous is
Yeah, no,
normal.
I'm a big scaredy cat and I
That's
haven't
okay.
performed in 3 years, so you guys have way bigger balls than I do.
No. Untrue.
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 In about
Right?
like 2 minutes.
They're all the same size because we're all in the same room at the same time. Okay. Everybody who's on this stage got the same cojones. Okay. Some of them hang on the outside, and for the rest of us, we like to keep ours tucked up on the inside.
Okay.
Okay. So please, you are welcome. Go ahead, do your thing.
Okay. All right, guys. Hi. I'm Kara, and this is called 2 o'clock tentatively. Might be a little shaky at the start, so just give me a second, but usually I ease into it as it goes on. Okay. gonna hide you guys because I can't look at you. Sorry. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I got jet lag. It's not important because when I talk, I'm walking anymore. Did you get around to kissing another girl? Are you go heading out a little more? Do I cross your mind? My distant memory across the shore. Keep quiet, cause I don't wanna cause a problem. Do you miss me, or is it not that deep for you anymore? You'd have to kill me before I admit I was wrong. You'd have to kill me before I admit to it all. You'd have to kill me before I admit I was wrong. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. My friends don't wanna talk about you, but I can't help. Notice you took down all the photos on your socials, but you kept up my birthday post. I guess you must have liked the light through the window. I'll try not to take it personal. Keep quiet, cause I don't wanna cause a problem. Do you miss me, or is it not that deep for you anymore? You'd have to kill me before I admit I was wrong. You'd have to kill me before I admit to it all. You'd have to kill me before I admit I was wrong. Bye.
Listen, Kara, I don't know where you think your cojones are, but they was swinging just now. You were fantastic. Your voice has such a warm tone to it. We are so grateful that you are here. And you know, I've been talking all night, so you don't have to believe me. I'm gonna let the community yell and scream for you so you know that you found a place. If you don't have a safe place to share your new music, now you do. And we're hoping that you return to us. You're always welcome here, Kara. Please unmute yourselves and give them some love.
Yeah, we really do hope you come back.
Oh, Kara.
That was
Try
beautiful, man.
and find the original music, original sound setting. If you go down to the bottom next to the thing, click on that and go through, and it's because otherwise it like kind of mutes your guitar. So we didn't hear that as well. But wow, what we heard was great.
That's exactly right. Turn on original sound. Oh my
This is
God,
what I
that
love
was
about
gorgeous.
our community, y'all. This is what I love about our community. It's not just sharing in the energy, but it's also helping each other grow. It's also building each other, and that is how we all get better. Thank you, Michael Sindler, Joski C, everybody who's breathing into that, man. Y'all are fantastic.
And I'm gonna echo that. Yeah, not just like, everyone helping out, that we can hear both your voice and your instrument. But Kara, I don't know where you are located. If you are in the New York City metro area, New Jersey, New York, you know what's gonna come. Paul Concasso, our host, actually just arrived. We have Voices and Vibes every second Saturday of the month in the New Regan Poets Cafe, 8 p.m. second Saturday of the month. You are more than welcome to come, over. We can even feature you in one of the future ones. So Kara, are you close by, or are you zooming in from elsewhere?
Yes, I just moved out of Brooklyn, but I am in Jersey right now. So I'm close enough.
Paul, you heard her. Paul, we're gonna get you. Please come out. Voices and Vibes. You were amazing. That sound was amazing.
That was fantastic. Okay, and I'm just gonna drop Paul's at Paul Concaso so that you can follow him right? So you can be aware of when these shows are happening. You can make some connections, okay? Please do come back to us. Like we said, you know, the guitar was a little low, but we didn't need it. I don't know about the rest of you. I didn't need it. I didn't need it. Okay, it was beautiful, and you are welcome here. Please do also let us know if you're on Instagram or any of the socials. Please do drop your handle. Some of us might have took a little video of your performance because that's what some of us do. And I just like to know who you are so I can tag you properly. There we go. Boom. Okay. Make sure you guys also follow and look through the chat. Okay. There's some love for you there. More than what you just heard. Okay. So welcome, welcome. You are one of us. I'm sure you heard them say one of us. And we don't say that lightly. Okay. So please know you are welcome. You and your nerves and your cojones. Okay. We want everything. Thank you for being here. All right. That voice was profound. Okay. Now that's the host of the show that we're trying to hook you up with that said your voice is profound. So go on, get together now. Okay. All right. Next person up to bring us their voice. Long awaited. It's been a while. We've been waiting for you, Jasmine, but you know we always keep a space warm for you. In the meantime, please unmute yourself and welcome back to the space.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can y'all hear me? We good? My first piece is called A Woman's Struggle. Doctors whisper to each other, we don't know what's wrong with her. A woman's body is a mystery. That I'll have her shaking hands with the Reaper. Instead of trying to understand her, she's injected with hormones, empty promises, and laws, only to be regulated while she bleeds through most of her life. My story is one of the many. I was in overcrowded hallways of the emergency room, receiving a bag of A positive. What was happening to me was so foreign. Apparently, it wasn't important. I didn't get no privacy. I was just misunderstood. I rolled the river of blood to death's door. It would have opened had I just knocked. Betrayed by the system that symbolized life. Lovers felt entitled to the treasure between my legs. My denial was punishment for them. Ignoring that their old stairway to heaven was now my highway to hell. I dropped the metaphors because they needed to hear me. Refusing to apologize or to fight for my life got in the way of them giving them somewhere to put their self-important dick. Shock and confusion crossed their faces. Do they not know that Google is fucking free? All women want is the effort. Y'all put all the energy into trying to hate and regulate. Why not spend it saving us? This is a man's world. Do we have to that woman or a girl? Thank you.
Yes, Jasmine, you tell them. You tell them, right? Sometimes we got to say it for ourselves when we're supposed to be heard and we're not, right? So thank you for lifting your voice and telling your story. Please unmute yourselves and give Jasmine some love.
Yeah, that's right. Tell them
That's right.
straight
Lovely,
out
lovely.
loud, man. They need to hear it.
Hell yeah, Jazz. But it wouldn't be
Yeah,
nothing.
good for you.
Nothing. Nothing.
Without a woman.
Without a woman
Tell
or a
'em.
girl.
Tell 'em. Hey.
I almost sang it.
When it's gospel, it's gospel.
I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying? Whenever the rasp comes into it, it's usually something true, something deep. Got to come down from the bottom and fight its way out the throat. It's usually something real. So we appreciate you for bringing the real. And we appreciate you, Elemental, for giving us a reason to sing to that realness. All right. Okay. We have made it, y'all, to the end of the show. We got 2 people on our good luck round, and I know we're going to make it. We're going to squeeze them in. So the first person up is RMT, coming to y'all with some poetry this time. Go ahead, do your thing.
Oh my God, I didn't know you're gonna squeeze me in, but I'll take that challenge. Thank you so much, though. So let me, I'm gonna read what I wrote a few weeks ago and read at an in-person open mic in the Bronx at Art in the Basin, where they featured me. And this is, I think it's self-explanatory. The poem is called Why. I've been asked many times, why do I mostly write poetry with happy lines? No one can be that happy every day and at all times. I've been asked to write more about my upbringings or even before where I came from, my pingings. Many want to know, what did I do? What did I learn? When did I move across the ocean? When was my turn? Of course, I could tell you about my childhood, which was anything but happy. I could tell you how I struggled in my teens. I was quite scrappy. I could tell you about my first suicide attempt before I was allowed to drink, or my subsequent ones here in New York, before and after I saw a shrink. I could tell you how I still struggle physically and mentally each and every day. I could reveal how angry I sometimes get for God putting me onto Earth's way. Yes, my truths and secrets revealed probably could help another one going through the same. It may either scare them or help them step out of their confines to extinguish the bad flame. But talking about my past only brings me further down, and it will turn my smile into a constant frown. I need optimism, I need happiness to surround me, to convince me there is hope out there so I can be. I need to forget about my own struggles and pains. I need to move on. I need to believe that happiness actually is on the horizon. So forgive me if I try to constantly spread happiness and cheerfulness. I'm selfish. I need that for myself. I need the bliss and the bless. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, Ron, it is all about that balance, right? Thank you for being brave enough to say out loud what you need, right? Sometimes just saying it to yourself is enough. Thank you for giving us permission. Please unmute yourselves. Give Ron some love.
Yeah, we love you, brother, and we love
Yeah,
what
right.
Yeah, RMT.
do whatever you need for self-care, and know you got people who
What I'm
care
talking
about
about.
Thank you for sharing. That was
Hell
beautiful.
yeah.
Thank
That's
you
what I'm
for your
talking about, Ron.
vulnerability.
That
That's
fearlessness,
powerful. Use
right?
positive.
That exactly that vulnerability, that fearlessness to say that in this space, man, knowing we got you, Ron.
Thank you. I appreciate you and everyone here. Thank you, guys. Much love to everyone. Thank you.
Are very welcome, right? So not just holding us down and keeping the safe space, but also being brave and sharing and showing you, hey, you're not gonna catch fire if you try here. You won't disintegrate. You will survive the experience. And we are grateful that you took the chance. All right. Last person on our list tonight, certainly not least, usually bringing us some version of beautiful, whether that's by sharing screen or just reading to us. So Aisha, we found some space for you. I told you we were going to squeeze you in. So I hope you're still there. Yes. Please unmute yourself. And also, would you like to share your screen, or are you just gonna read?
No, I'm gonna read tonight. Sorry, I didn't share my screen all night. Thank you for having me. I'm glad I made it into the Google Up round. And everybody did such a beautiful job today. Just amazing artistry on here. I'm just always just so blessed just to listen. I'm still at work, so that's why I couldn't get on screen, but I'm hopping on for a few seconds, for a few moments, and I'm hopping off. I will tell you guys the name of this piece when we get to the end of it. And here it goes. Memories push through and come out through a tapping foot or hair twirling. Unconscious twitches unnoticed by most, but I saw it. You told me of a dream, one where you went back home and your house was ruined. You said you woke and felt as if someone had died. Barren houses. All the while you tap your foot on the cold floor unprotected by socks. Perplexed, you wondered aloud if that really was a sign like your kin believed. And unfortunately for you, the only portal to home, your real home, has been lost. No forwarding address to your stuff, or even you for that matter. because you couldn't even tell me where home really is or was. Memory weaves in and out, leaves webs and trails in the recesses of the mind, disruptions across synapses. You grasp at familiar in an attempt to make nonsense make sense, and sometimes it does. Senses sometimes bridges the gaps. Sometimes the smell of cinnamon elicits memory of your mother's baking, the same mommy you cried for at night. The freshly washed comforter reminds you of snuggling up as a child in bed, all snug and secure and carefree. But now you face this world sometimes with the same reckless abandon, except the risks are so much greater. Age says you're an adult. Confusion, no longer excusable, is part of how you landed here. Monday, you decided on going out for juice, orange juice for breakfast, and were found outside in winter, no shoes, no coat, no ID, no juice. Simple trip turned into a whole excursion away from home. You didn't make the evening's news, but you got a ticket to ride in a vehicle with flashing lights that couldn't quite recognize the words, almost like it was on the tip of your tongue, but had no voice. And even more so was the recollection of a life once so familiar, you'd never think you had to dig through memory to be reminded of what you'd forgotten and forgotten over and over again, no matter how many times you were reminded. Locked away memories in jewelry boxes with broken knobs. Sometimes others can get in, other times not. And no matter how much even the ones who love you want you to call to mind, even simply their name or the association between you and them is simply not that easy and it's out of command. Some say ignorance is bliss, but is it? Because realizing you're missing something you can't quite place has got to be its own form of mental torture. Maybe that's where the bliss comes in for you, because maybe you won't remember what you forgot in the first place. Alzheimer's.
Ooh, Aisha, you ain't have to do us like that, but I'm glad you did. That was beautiful. I'm so glad we had time for you. Please unmute yourselves. Wow, my gosh.
That was some beautiful writing.
Oh my God, Aisha.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
I always love the humble brag of people that say, "Oh, you know, I don't have time. I don't know how I'm gonna do this," and then they just atomic bomb. Like, come on, man, come on, quit playing.
Sneak attack.
Amazing,
Sneak
right?
attack. I don't know, Elemental. I don't really mind a sneak attack. It's kind of fun. Aisha, thank you for sneak attacking us at the very end with those gorgeous words. I mean, so many bars. Please take a look in the chat because the folk, including myself, were bowled over by your words. That last line was just like, poof, head off, brains on the ceiling. Appreciate you. Okay. Thank you to all of you, really, right? Decided to come out, to those of you who did perform and those of you who were just here sharing energy. Lottie, we didn't get a chance to meet you today, but thank you for being here and joining us. Poetic, giving us love all the way over from Japan, our international booth. Okay, thank you for being here. M. Colby giving us some Arizona in the background, heating up the room, because Ed, he tried, he did it too. It got hot in here for a second. We appreciate you. Elemental, dopest host in the whole universe. Obviously, you see the universe behind them, so obviously, right? Monday night online open mic, 8 p.m. nuyurican.org, 24 hours ahead of time. Make sure you are plugging in, as the man would like to say. Big Tab in the room with us. Thank you, Tab, for being here as always. We look forward to seeing you again. Oh man, to our newbies, our new family members, Kara and Eric E. Tomic Johnson. Thank you for taking a chance on us. All right. because you didn't have to, right? And you think the chance was all yours, but really it was us, you taking a chance on us, making us prove what we say when we say that this is a safe space, that you are invited, that you are welcome, that there's love waiting for you at the end of your performance, no matter how you think it went, right? And I start to tell you what my mama's been telling me these days, which is powerful. If nobody else tells you this week, you are worth it. That's why. If something good happens to you, it's because you're worth it, right? And I'm usually counting down from 10 to 1 at the end of the show because we started off like we ended, and that's with love. So I'm going to ask you all to unmute yourselves and just throw some love out there, whether it's encouragement for you or for the people in the room. Also, shout out to Paul Conqueso, who slid in at the very end with us, spending some time making sure that we see his face and have an opportunity to connect with him. So you guys are going to unmute and yell love and whatever else feels like love into the atmosphere. And I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. And you might notice I'm saying the same thing because I want you to know how true it is. Okay? Please unmute yourselves and find yourself here next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay? Don't make no excuses. Just show up. All right? Please unmute yourself and welcome and thank you. 10.
Thank you, everybody, for your poetry.
You are
Thank
worth it.
you.
Inspire a
Everyone
child.
9.
who touched the
Please
mic
inspire
tonight.
this
Because you're
world.
worth
Also
it.
Love
inspiring.
and
Thank you.
happiness.
Hey, you better
Valuable.
sing.
Come on with it, right?
A love that'll make you do wrong, that'll
Blessing.
make you do
Because you're worth
Love
right.
to your loved
it.
ones. Always.
Inspiration.
Come on with it.
Why?
So
Why'd you
All
sweet.
get
right,
that
y'all.
beautiful thing? Oh,
Yes.
Blessings, you
worth it.
guys.
Yes.
Y'all were amazing.
Why do you deserve to take up space
Fantastic.
here? Oh,
Because we
because you're
love
worth
it.
it. And because you
Love
love
and
it. Okay,
blessings.
let's
Love
take
and
this.
blessings.
3.
Y'all make
Love,
this thing work.
love.
Y'all
Thanks,
make
you
this thing
guys.
Because
work.
you're worth
All
it.
your energy, all your passion, all
We
your
still
dedication.
alive.
This is why
Why?
we do this.
Because
This
you're
is why
worth
we
it.
do this. This is why we keep plugging into this
Yes.
because of y'all,
We
man.
love
Love
you.
y'all.
Why?
Amen.
For
Because you're
real.
worth it.
Yes.
100% of the
Next week.
time.
Amen.
Peace,
Definitely.
friends.
Yeah.
Peace. Love. Respect.
Peace.